Hello and welcome to the WIHS Journal Public Affairs program. I'm Gerry Williams. Well, some of you might remember my conversation with Lady Salome of Ezra Wellness when she talked about healthy cooking oils. Well, I caught up with her again way in Simsbury to talk about a certain healthier cooking flour called millet. That's happening now on the WIHS Journal. It's news and public affairs.
So this millet itself is considered an ancient grain. That means it's been around a long time, and it's one of the grains that haven't changed over the several centuries. So they considered it an Asian. It was pretty much grown mostly in Africa and Asia. But now, because of the gluten-free movement that now is going on in the western region, western part of the world, now this millet flour has become one of the popular flours here for gluten-sensitive people. So if you cannot have the regular flour, which is wheat, wheat have a lot of things in there. I know we're not talking about wheat today, but even if you are not, some people are not gluten sensitive, but they are still sensitive to the wheat. Even though they have not been diagnosed as gluten-free per se, but they're still sensitive to it because studies have shown that this wheat could cause the increased production of zonulin. It's a protein that is associated with leaky gut. I don't know if you heard of leaky gut.
I've heard of it.
That's it. It's a condition where the gut lining in your small intestines become more permeable than it's supposed to be and cause other things to leak from inside of the gut into your bloodstream and contribute to other health issues. So what studies have shown is that this wheat flour have this substance in it. And because of that, when you eat it, so much like now we're doing, someone will get up in the morning, they will eat pancakes, lunch they will have pasta, and then evening maybe another zedi or something else. And it's all in the same wheat family. So we are eating it so much that it contributes to this leaky gut condition that also leads to inflammatory diseases and a lot of things in the body. So this millet flour is a substitute for wheat flour that you could use in a lot of recipes instead of going with a regular wheat. So if you are gluten sensitive, this millet flour is gluten free to begin with. So you could use it right away for a lot of recipes. And depending on what you're doing, you could use that. And the millet itself is a grain. So you could cook it like you're cooking rice and eat it as a grain. Or you could use the flour in baking stuff. So that is what I used for the pancake instead of the wheat because of the issues that the wheat could cause.
If you're just tuning in, I'm with Lady Salome of Ezra Wellness. Now, I'm connected with this food ministry that picks up food at Whole Foods, and I was given this pancake mix. And I'm like, okay, I haven't had pancakes. I haven't made pancakes from a box in years. Yeah. So I thought I'd grab a box. But then when I heard you talking about this millet flour, which you were making millet flour pancakes, I thought I'd talk to you first. Yeah. So here I am. Now talk about how you make this particular, what are the ingredients that you utilize for the pancake mix?
So
for the millet flour.
For the millet flour, what I used, I wanted to make it really basic so that, sometimes the ingredients and people don't have it. And so I wanted to use it as the basic as possible, depending on what you have. So I had the millet flour. I used an egg, some coconut oil, the solid kind. Then I used warm water, some salt to taste, and honey, just to give it a little flavor for it. And the millet, and if you do that, you mix everything together, and then you fry it in the pan. And if you have a pancake maker, you could make it in there. But I do not want to use that because people say, I don't have the pancake maker, so I can't do it. I just wanted to go with the basic stuff that anybody will have in the kitchen to do it.
We're accustomed to eating pancakes for breakfast, but you mentioned about having it as a healthy snack or a side dish.
Yeah, because you see, sometimes we're thinking that this food is specifically for breakfast, but I wouldn't say so. Because if you want a healthy snack, you might grab crackers, which is made out of wheat. And the best thing is you could make this pancake. You could leave it in the fridge for about 5 days. You could freeze it for up to about 3 months. So if you have the chance to make it, put them down so that when you are reaching for something to eat, you will definitely get a healthy treat.
All right. Now, this millet flour, is it hard to find? Where can you get millet flour? I've never heard of it.
Like you mentioned, Whole Food, you could get it there.
Okay.
Walmart, you could get it there. Online, Amazon. It's really becoming popular because a lot of people are using it.
Okay, so it's not hard to find. I'm thinking millet. Okay, do I got to order this online or something, or travel 3 hours to get it?
No,
it's not like that.
No, it's not like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to get it at the convenience of your home, you could get it online. Not.com have it. Amazon, they have everything.
But it's a better alternative.
That's it. It is a better alternative because the millet itself is gluten-free, like I said. It's also a resistant starch. And when I say resistant starch, what happens is when you eat it, resistant starches, example of them is the millet, another example is plantain, another example is yams. When you eat it, it goes through the digestion, unbroken down, to say, and it moves on to the large intestine to feed your friendly bacteria. Because now we're getting to know a lot about these bacteria because thanks to studies going on that we are seeing that these bacteria, if you keep them in healthy shape, they actually contribute to your overall health. Because when they test the obese people onto slim people, they have different ecology of the bacteria in them. So the bacteria contribute to a lot of things for your health and everything. So you want something that will feed them. And then millet also, it have protein in it. Millet have fiber. It also have some vitamins like your B vitamins, folate, niacin, all the vitamin Bs. Pretty much you have most of them in there, vitamin K, vitamin E. And then it also have minerals like your calcium, iron, and potassium. So it have a lot of them. So zinc, copper, all these minerals you could find in the millet. So it's really loaded. Even though it's an Asian kind of grain, you still have a lot of things in there. And because of all these things that is in the millet, when you eat it, these are some of the benefits that you have. It have fiber, so it helps to regulate your bowels. It feeds your friendly bacteria, which contribute to your overall health. It helps to improve insulin sensitivity. Because it's resistant starch, it stays in your system for a long time. It doesn't peak your blood sugar when you eat it. Also, it helps to prevent anemia because of its iron supply. And then it helps to support your bone formation. It helps to regulate cholesterol. So with all the benefit that millet has, I think it's better alternative compared to regular flour.
Well, because of you, I have not opened my box of pancake mix. I traveled a long distance to talk to you about pancake mix. The last time we spoke, we talked about healthy cooking oils.
Yes.
And so today, folks, we're talking about healthy pancake mix or flour in general.
It.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can use this flour for... You
could use it for the pancake. You could make it in bread. You could use it if let's say you're making chicken or anything and you want to use, anywhere you could use flour, you could use it.
Okay.
And then some of the other things, when you add some things, you could use it in a cake, and depending on what you're doing, you add some other things to it. It could go a long way. It's part of that flour. I know you heard of almond flour. We have millet flour. We have tiger nut flour. We have coconut flour. There's a lot of the flours there that you could use, but this is a grain one that someone who really likes the wheat kind of flour could use this one for.
Well, Lady Salome, thank you for educating us once again. I don't mind traveling great distances to talk to you. Next time we talk, I plan on talking about, you have a segment about stress. And,
yes.
And so I think that's what we're going to touch on next. But God bless you, and thank you for sharing your thoughts and comments on healthy flour. God bless you and have a great rest of the day.
Thank you so much, Brother Gerry.
She's Lady Salome, for Ezra Wellness, where you learn proven ways to healthy living.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
And you just heard my conversation with Lady Salome of Ezra Wellness. And if you would like more information about what you heard today, call WIHS 860-346-1049. That's 860-346-1049. The opinions expressed are those of the participants, not necessarily of those of the staff or management of the station. I'm Gerry Williams for the WIHS Journal. It's News and Public Affairs.